Good morning, children. Welcome back. I am your social science teacher. In today's session, we are going to learn about Lesson 2 Hydrosphere. Come, children, let us learn. In the last session, we discussed about the hydrosphere, forms of hydrosphere, and importance of hydrosphere. Children, what is hydrosphere? The hydrosphere is the total amount of water present on the earth, which includes water on the surface, under the ground, and in the air. And forms of hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is in the form of liquid, vapor, and solid. And importance of hydrosphere. We need water to carry out many activities in our day-to-day life. We need water to drink, take bath, cook food, etc. Animals and plants also need water for the survival. In this session, we will learn about types of water bodies. Children, there are different types of water bodies. They are river, lake, pond, stream, sea, ocean, gulf, bay, lagoon, strait, and waterfall. I repeat once again: river, lake, pond, stream, sea, ocean, gulf, bay, lagoon, strait, and waterfall. These are the different types of water bodies. You can see the pictures of a few on the screen. That is lake, stream, ocean, pond, river, and strait. Children, now we will learn about oceans. Oceans are vast water bodies that usually separate continents from one another. Vast water bodies means huge water bodies. Children, a continent is large continuous mass of land. It is regarded as a region. In this world, there are 7 continents. You can see in the picture: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. Sometimes the Europe and Asia are considered one continent, and it is called as Eurasia. So these continents are separated by oceans. Ocean's water is salty in nature. That means the water will be tasted, it will be salty. There are 5 oceans on earth. Children, how many oceans are there? Yes, 5 oceans. And how many continents? Yes, 7 continents. And 5 oceans. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. So the 5 oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. After learning about ocean, now we will see sea. Seas are also vast water bodies but smaller than oceans in size. There are also water bodies, but they are smaller in size than oceans. They are partly closed by land and opens up to the ocean. Like the ocean, water in the ocean, sea water is salty in nature. For example, Arabian Sea. In the picture, you can see the Arabian Sea as well as the Bay of Bengal. Children, the marine organism, it is incredible that a wide variety of its living organisms, incredible means unbelievable, exist within the oceans. Scientists estimate that about 1 million of animals live in the oceans. They include plants which are small and visible to the eyes, and fish, turtles, seahorse, and marine mammals. So on the list is endless. After learning marine organism, let us learn about rivers. Children, rivers are large streams that flow over the land. They are fresh water bodies which generally originate at mountainous areas. The rivers the origin at the mountains. They usually drain in oceans or seas. You can see them draining into the oceans or sea. The rivers into play in an important role the life of the Indian people. It provides irrigation, potable water, electricity, and livelihood from the large number of people. That is why nearly all major cities of India are located in the banks of rivers. Some of the longest flowing rivers in India are the Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. Now we will learn about lake. A lake is a water body surrounded by land on all sides. The lake can be fresh water or salt water bodies. Example of fresh water is Kolleru Lake and salt water it's Sambar Lake. Children, Tamil Nadu we have around 181 lakes. The largest one being the Veeranam Lake in Kadalur district. Children, what do you see on the picture is the Sambar Salt Lake. Sambar Salt Lake in Rajasthan is one of the important island salt water lakes in India. Now we will learn about Gulf, Bay and Lagoon. Gulf means Valeguda. Gulf is a deep inlet of the sea surrounded by land with a narrow mouth. So it is called as narrow mouth and it is a deep inlet of the sea which is surrounded by land. For example, Gulf of Kutch. Next one is Bay. Bay is a broad inlet of the water body where the land curves inwards. It is a broad inlet of water bodies. For example, Bay of Bengal. Next one is lagoon. Lagoon means a small fresh water near a larger lake or river. A stretch of salt water separated from the sea by a low sand bank. That is the bank, low sand bank. It is separated from the salt water from the sea. For example, Lake Silica in Odisha. Next one is strait. A strait is a narrow stretch of water which joins two larger water bodies. That is, two large water bodies are there and there is narrow stretch of water which joins them. Palk Strait connects Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. In the picture you can see the Palk Strait connecting Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. The next kind of water body is waterfalls. Children, do you like waterfalls? Yes, waterfalls forms when a river stream flows from a great height. It is Kuttalam waterfalls in Tenkasi, the famous waterfall on drop and tiny sprinklets of water in the air. It is called as the Spa of South India. The height of the Kuttalam is 60 meter. What a beautiful sight, isn't it, children? Okay, children, before winding up, a small recap what we learned in this session. In this session, we discussed about different types of water bodies. They are ocean, sea, rivers, lake, waterfalls, stream, gulf, bay, lagoon. Next session, we will discuss about water pollution. Okay, children, thank you.